Guys, welcome to Heather's Talents Toy Reviews. Today is let's read a book together. I have been reading Flat Stanley in Space. I am on chapter 4. If you guys want to hear me read all 3 chapters, I'll link them up. I'll put the card up in the corner for all 3 videos that I've done already. Right, let's get started. I'll just flip this omelet, said Mrs. Lambchop's, making breakfast in the Star Scout, and then, oh dear, the omelet hovered like a frisbee in the air above her. Mostly, however, after weeks in space, the Lambchops remembered that gravity, the force that held things down, did not exist beyond Earth. Often read now with his hands clasped behind his head, allowing his book to float before him. And Stanley and Arthur greatly enjoyed pushing from their chairs to drift like feathers across the room. Raising her hand, Mrs. Lambchop brought down the omelet. After breakfast, what? She said. A game of Monopoly? Please not again, Arthur sighed. If I'd known this adventure would be so boring, I'd never have come. The worst part, Stanley said, is not knowing how long it will last. The beginning wasn't boring, Arthur said, as they began there. The picture. That's the omelet right there. Breakfast. The beginning was fun. The first days had in fact been tremendously exciting. They had spent many hours at the Star Scouts manifesting window, watching the bright globe of Earth grow steadily smaller until it seemed at last only a pale marble in the black of space. And there had been many special sights to see. The starry beautiful of the Milky Way, the planet red Mars, giant Jupiter, cloudy Venus, Saturn with its shining rings. The third evening they appeared on TV news, broadcasted on Earth. What word of their voyage had been released to the press. And all over the world people were eager to learn how this extraordinary adventure was producing. Standing before the spaceship's camp, the Lambchop said they felt fine, looked forward to meeting the Tyrants, and would report nightly while they remained in TV range. The fourth evening was they floated before the camera, demonstrating weightlessness. This was greatly appreciated on Earth, and they floated again the following day. By the 6th evening, however, they were hard-pressed to live in their appearance. Mr. Lambchop recited a baseball poem, Casey at the bat. Stanley juggled tennis balls, but the Earth audience, knowing now about weightlessness, saw the balls float when he tossed them up. Arthur visions of a rooster, a dog, and a man stuck in a phone booth. After this, while Mrs. Lumpchop was singing her college song, he went behind the plastic curtain to undress for a shower and accidentally pulled the curtain down. He was mortified and she tried later to comfort him. "We will be remembered, Arthur, for our time in space," she said. "Nobody will care about a curtain." "I will be remembered forever," Arthur said. 100 million people saw me in my underwear. The next day was Stanley's birthday, and just after dinner, the screen lit up. There was the president in his shirt sleeves behind his desk in Washington, D.C. "Well, here I am working late again," the president said. "It's a tough job, believe me. Happy birthday, Stanley Lumpchop. I've arranged a surprise first. Your friends from school." There was silence for a moment, broken only by the clearing of throats. And then they all, from all millions of miles away, came the voice of Stanley's classmate singing, "Happy birthday, dear Stanley, happy birthday to you." Stanley was tremendously pleased. "Thanks, everybody," he said. "You too, Mr. President." That was just the USA part. And the president ready over there in London Queen. "We are indeed," the Queen's voice said clearly. "And now, Mr. Lumpchop, our famous Westminster Boys Choir from England, the beautiful voices of the famous choir singing 'Happy Birthday, Stanley' all over again." And then other children sang in from Germany, Spain, and France. All this attention to Stanley made Arthur jealous. And when the president said, "By the way, Arthur, you entertained us wonderfully the other night," he was sure this was a tease about his appearance in underwear. But he was wrong. Those imitations, the president said, especially the fellow in the phone booth, darn good. Indeed, the Queen added from England. We were greatly amused. Oh, thank you, said Arthur, cheered. The screen had gone blank. They had traveled too far. There would be no more videos from Earth. No voices but their own until they heard what the Titans had to say. Suppose the Titans had forgotten we're coming, Stanley said. We might just sail around the space forever. They had finished the breakfast omelet and were now setting out the Monopoly board because there was nothing more interesting to do. They didn't even know our names, Arthur said. What will they call us? Earth people? Said a deep voice. Very possibly, said Mr. Lumpchop's. Earth people seems who said that. Not me, said both Stanley and Arthur. Not I, said Mrs. Lumpchop, correcting. But who? Earth people, the voice, louder now, came from the Star Scouts radio. Greetings from the great planet Tyran and its mighty people. Do you hear? Oh my, Mr. Lamb Chop turned up the volume. It's them! They! Said Mrs. Lamb Chop. For heaven's sake, Harriet, Mr. Lamb Chop said and spoke loudly into the microphone. Hello, Tyra. Earth people here. Party of 4. Peace-loving family. Peace-loving, said the voice. Good. So, where are you, Earth people? Stanley checked his star maps. We're just where the tail of Ralph's comet meets. Star number 3,000,047. Now what? Right, said the tyrant voice. Keep going till you pass the star formation that looks like a foot. You can't miss it. Then just pass a lopsided little white moon. Start down. You'll see a pointy mountain with then a big field. Land there. See you soon, Earth people. You bet. Mr. Lamb Chop said, and turned to his family. Their first connection with another planet. We are making history. They passed the foot-shaped star formation. Then the land loop-sided moon. And Stanley plotted the Star Scout down the darkness of space. Vanished as it descended, and at last the Lamb Chop saw clearly the planet it had taken so long to reach. Tyra was smallish as planets go, but nicely round and quite pretty, all in shades of brown with markings not unlike the oceans and continents of Earth. A pointy mountain came into sight, and beyond it, a big field. There, Stanley pressed the landing button. Vroom! Went the Star Scout's rocket. The spaceship hovered, then touched down. Peering out, the Lamb Chop saw only a brown field with tan trees at the far side and brownish hills beyond. Curious, said Mr. Lamb Chop. Where are? Suddenly a message came, but not the sort they expected. Surrender, Earth people, said the radio. Your spaceship is trapped by our unbreakable trapping cable. You are prisoners of Tyra. Surrender. And there is the pictures right there. This is a very long chapter. I am on chapter 5. That was it. So if you guys liked this, give me a second. Yeah. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a friendly comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye. I'll see you guys on next Thursday for chapter 5. Yes, for chapter 5. Have fun, guys. Bye.